Morning, Debbie. Morning, everybody. We're going to be in Matthew 7:7 today. We're going to read that first and start there, and then we're going to go elsewhere. But I want to stop at the first little word, ask, first. I want us to think about the word ask. But I want to reverse engineer it technically. How come we don't ask for things? What are the reasons people don't ask?
Afraid they won't get it, I guess.
Okay, I'm writing them down, so it's good stuff because we're going to use this to talk about.
They want to be thought of as independent.
Don't have faith, let's put it that way.
Don't know if they're asking for the right thing. Almost like that guy that goes back in time to change one thing and winds up setting a whole nother string of events in motion that's even worse.
Yeah.
And I think we're cool when we ask God for salvation for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Hezekiah didn't want to die right then, and he didn't die right then, and then he set in motion something with those foreign dignitaries when he did live and they came to visit him that was probably in the long run worse than if he had died right then.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, some of our requests aren't great requests.
All right, let's dig deeper.
Oh, you were saying prayer requests?
No, I just
No,
said ask.
but-
Now,
Okay.
why don't we ask God for the little things and the big things and anything in between? Why don't we ask God for anything? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I got to be careful what I say. How come we don't ask God for stuff or things or desires or changes?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because sometimes my desires are sinful, and I know He's not going to grant it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, just being honest.
Yeah. Lack of,
Gee, I pray all the time. What do you mean?
Well, but are there things that we are like, I don't know if I want to ask God for this, or it's funny because my cousin down in Millsboro, just had a thing that he does a little Bible study that he sends out to his kids and me. Mm-hmm. His kids are grown. And it was about pets and people asking for health or whatever for their pets.
Right.
And he said, well, our dog just died and both the daughter's dogs just had vet appointments with surgery. And he said, we really do love our pets, so maybe that isn't a small or trivial thing. If it's something to us, it's something to God because we mean something to God.
There's a great, I won't say great, but there's a person I would consider a pretty good prayer warrior that's not afraid to ask for the big stuff. Not afraid to say you're going through a health crisis that is a major health crisis and say, God to take care of that and pray that it will be eradicated, removed, gone when you go to the doctor. But he refuses to ask God to take his sniffles away.
His sniffles.
He refuses to ask God to take the common cold away from anybody or himself. And I'm like, why? He said, well, that's just part of life. And I'm like, so basically what I hear, and I tell him this every time, what I hear is, God don't care that I've got a stuffed up nose, a headache, and I'm coughing, and I'm hacking, and I'm going through the little thing, the little sickness, but I have something big. You trust him to take care of that, but you don't have the desire to say for little things. So why are we afraid to ask for the little things? Some people do the opposite. I don't mind praying for the cold. That's simple for God, or the stub toe, the pain to go away. But the big stuff, I don't know. So there's when you read we read Matthew 7, there's so many questions in this thing that's asked as a question. Get it? There's so many questions that we could ask. I do not want to go into the fact of how come it's not answered because it doesn't say what you can or can't ask for. So I don't want to get into that. So I'm going to go on a little different trail. I want to get stuck on what we can ask.